Hi guys, welcome back. So today I am part of a collaboration with the Scraptember Facebook group and we are stash bashing. So each day throughout January there is a prompt so you can use up some of your stash. We are on day 20 now and my prompt was polka dots. So this video is linked in a playlist and the playlist is linked down below as well. So you can check out the Facebook group down below and you can check out all the other videos from January. So if this is the first you're hearing of it, you'll have tons of inspiration to look back on and think about using some of the bits and bobs from your stash. Mine was polka dots, which I picked because I like polka dots and I didn't think I had that much polka dot stuff, but I had tons. So I was looking through my paper stash and I had so many. I counted 15 polka dot papers and I even had 2 packs of polka dot papers from Simple Stories. So I had deliberately bought them because they were polka dots and they had so many polka dot full sheets left in them. So I love polka dots, but they're one of those things, like so many things, when I love it I just don't use it, which is so ridiculous because I think, oh, it's so nice, I don't want to waste it, or I don't want to, I want to use it for something really special or something like that, but it's just ridiculous. I had so many polka dot papers, I just don't need to buy any ever again, I don't think. Oh, excuse me. So this polka dot paper is a Dear Lizzie paper. And it came from it's Jen Hadfield, is it? Jen Hadfield, yeah. And it came from a Turtle Crafts kit. And I'm just sticking this piece of paper down on top of a Simple Stories. It's actually a wood grain paper, but on the other side, so this was a set of wood grain papers, and on the other side it had ledger paper, lined paper, and these like mathsy dot papers. I don't know what they're really called, but they're really regimented dots. So I've got that gorgeous kind of salmon polka dot and I've cut the corners off of the sheet, and I'm going to apply the corners obviously to like opposite sides of that gorgeous white and grey polka dot sheet as well. So I really went big and I think I've used only polka dot papers. So, and I've added some kind of circle elements to it as well, really played up the polka dot. I had this scrap of paper. This is from a Simple Stories, one of the Simple Stories paper pads that I had, or paper packs of polka dots. These were small polka dots, and I had some others which were larger polka dots. Oh God, so embarrassing, isn't it? And yeah, this is a gorgeous teal colour. I took the colours for this from this photo. It's a really, really, really old photo of me and my cousin when we were little, in like, I think this is the very early 90s, and my nightie that I'm wearing in that picture it's got little flowers on, so it had little bits of pink, salmon, green in it, so that's where I took the colours from, really. And I had this really fun paper and I thought it's kind of like polka dots, so I'd pulled it out. I just literally grabbed every polka dot paper I could find, and it's from a Trimcraft paper. I can't remember the paper pad because when I moved house, I went through all my paper pads and I took out anything from the paper pad that I knew I wasn't going to use. And in some cases that meant that I just took papers from the pad and gave the pad away to a friend of mine who does all kinds of craft stuff. So I'm just cutting these out, and I think I'm going to skip ahead and you're going to see them all cut out. But they really looked like flowers to me. So that wasn't kind of what I was intending. I thought I was going to do like a polka dot kind of background pattern in here. But then once I saw that they looked sort of like really abstract flowers, I got this Vicky Boutin stamp set out, and it's got a couple of leaf stamps, and I decided to stamp some leaves. They're not typical colours. I'm using this gorgeous teal colour archival ink just to stamp some leaves behind these little flowers. I just thought it looked really, made them look more like little abstract flowers, and they looked really, really cute. I know there aren't teal flowers, but I mean, that's the joy of scrapbooking, isn't it? It doesn't have to be real life, she says. Right, and then I'm just stamping and adding these gorgeous little leaves. Now this leaf, you can kind of see what the stamp actually looks like in that bottom corner there, where my arm is now covering, but you can see it there. What is that? The right corner, yeah, bottom right. It was a really long stamp, but I only wanted the 3 leaves at the top, so I just made sure that I just used those 3 leaves at the top. And then I'm going to use a grey ink, and I'm going to stamp this one, which was like a stick with little, I was going to say a stick with little blobs on it, but almost like little buds, I suppose. Yeah, so it's much more delicate, and I thought it looked pretty, and it was nice in the grey because of the grey background, or the grey spots on the background. So I'm just adding a few of those little bits to it, and then I'm going to stick everything down. I think I might skip ahead a little bit for sticking things down. I add foam tape behind some of the flowers, but not all of them, so as to give it a little bit of dimension. I didn't want it to be crazy thick. I'm trying to keep control over dimension in my layouts because it's just taking up so much space with these albums. But it was nice to just add a little bit more texture to it, because I do think raising it up just gives a little bit more interest, and the shadow can look really nice, kind of, well, I think so. I've stuck some of the flowers down, I think, and now I'm just sticking the photo down. I look like I used a little bit of foam tape for the photo as well. I do like foam tape, it's great. I think that foam tape's from the range, probably. That's where I get most of my adhesive things from. And then I'm just sticking down these ones here that are also on foam tape, and just getting them in the right places. So they have some little delicate leaves and the kind of abstract looking flowers. I think they look really pretty. Then I couldn't be bothered to try, because I've mentioned many times probably, I have actually moved house now, and I can't find everything. So I know roughly where things are, but I couldn't be bothered to try and find my thickers, and I knew where this stamp set was. So I thought, I'm just going to stamp the title for today. Plus, it's, you know, using up my stash. I have these stamps and I don't use them perhaps as much as I could, and I really like them. I was totally inspired to get them by Ali Edwards. But if you're in the UK, I think, well, they are an American brand. So I ordered them from the American Amazon, and it took, I don't even know, like 8 weeks or something insane for them to turn up. And I'd totally forgotten that I'd ordered them. That was such a great day, actually, when the postman turned up. I was like, what's this? And then I thought, I opened it up, I was like, oh yes. And I went through a phase of stamping everything with them, but they are really nice. And I love the fact that they don't always give a really clean finish. I quite like the messy finish of them. But I did push them quite hard to try and get a fairly clear finish on these ones. And it's going to say Best Buddies, I think, is what I put on there. Yeah, I think so. Yes. So, Best Buddies. It took me ages to work out where the middle was. I realised the middle was a D. So I stamped the D, and then I couldn't remember whether it was the first D or the second D that was the middle. So I was trying to kind of line everything up, but it didn't really work out. But I don't care. I kind of like the fact that this is a little bit. I like the little messy bits in a layout sometimes. Just reminds you that it's homemade. I decided to add another one of these little flowers in a sort of gold colour, I suppose it is. It's like a tan gold colour. And then I'm using a uni ball, but this one's called a uni pin. It's a really, really fine liner. It was 005, I think. And I decided to use that pen because what I actually really wanted was grey, but I didn't have a grey pen. I thought I did have a grey pen, but I don't know where it is. So I decided to just use a really, really fine liner, and then that way it didn't look really, really dark black. So here I'm using some little Studio Calico dots that I found. So I was just looking for anything dotty to add to it because of this little polka dot theme. And I really like these dots, but I don't know why I haven't used more of them, but probably because I really like them again. Same theme. If I just quite like something, then I use it more than if I really like something, which just is ridiculous, isn't it? I'd love to know if other people are the same. So please comment if you too save everything for the perfect moment instead of just using the things that you love. And I'm having a little look through the Maggie Holmes sticker book. I got this from Hobbycraft quite a while ago, and they were originally £20, these books in Hobbycraft, and I was like, no way, I'm not paying £20 for these stickers. I did think it would be really good if I could get hold of them at a cheaper price. Anyway, I went in there and they had them reduced. I'm trying to think how much they had them down. I think it was like £12 or something, so it was like quite a lot of money off. So I did buy one. So I bought this Maggie Holmes one, and then another time I went in, I'm sure it was less than that. It was like they were getting rid of them, I think, and they just had like a couple of random ones left, and they had a Amy Tan one, and I really like Amy Tan stuff, but I hadn't noticed that one before. And I got that one for, I think it was like £8 or £10. So I mean, £20 is just ridiculous for a pack of stickers, isn't it? But I know there's a lot in it, but it just seemed like a lot. And then I'm adding these little really cute, sparkly kind of iridescent, what are they called? Enamel dots. Wow. And yeah, I had only one of the green ones left, and I only wanted to use the circle ones. I didn't want to use, there's lots of shapes in there. There's like little diamonds and hearts and stuff like that. I didn't want to use those because it was polka dots, and I just went all out with the polka dot. I'm just adding a little bit of journaling. So I just journaled about kind of what we did as kids. We used to spend a lot of time together. Now we're adults, we don't see each other as much, but still good friends. And yeah, it would be nice to see her more often, but I live farther away now. So I've added 3 little journaling spots, or I'm going to add another one up the top here. And that's the end of the layout. So thank you for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to check out the Scraptember Facebook group. There's loads more prompts and loads more videos in the playlist, both of which are linked down below. Thanks for watching. Bye.